Off to mailbag. Now, we posted this video a few days ago, and it was a tribute to our good friend Dan Culhane, who died not long ago. And we had some people check in with us on that one. Corey, I think it's Orak or Oric, maybe?
Sure.
Thank you so much for this. I'm Dan's daughter, Corey, and these stories are what keep me sane during an otherwise insane shift in reality. Thank you. I know how that feels. And, you know, your dad was something. He was really something. Bill and Sarah Martinson, thank you for this tribute to my cousin Danny. Which is curious to me because I never saw him as a Danny or a Dano. I never called him Dano.
I referred to mostly as Mr. Culhane. I'm not kidding. It took me a long time to be comfortable with calling him Dan. And now that I look back, it's like, no, he wasn't a Mr. Culhane either.
He was just Dan.
He was Dan.
But I've got other friends named Dan. I call Dano or Danny, but I always called him Dan, and it always seemed to fit right in my head. Right. And anyway, he was so much fun, such a kind person. And like I said, things are dimmer now without him. Finally, Donna Valentine checked in.
Uh-oh.
And you're the one who told the story on Donna.
True story, as far as I remember. Which, honestly, these days,
could be
hard to say.
Well, you know.
Might have been maybe.
And Donna can be a little excitable, right?
Donna? No, she is the perfect human being. Not excitable at all. No. She's one of those sweethearts.
I think that's what. Well, she is a sweetheart, but I think that's why Dan and she
stop there because I don't want to die.
Well,
not that I think Donna would kill me. I think that you know someone that could. That's all I'm saying.
She and Dan got along because Dan was so anchored.
Yeah.
And she is so not
what
anchored.
Do you say? Oh, very nice. Just for those, Scott. That was Scott.
Oh.
Unless you talk, that was not Tony.
Yeah.
Either way, it was not Tony.
Even if it was.
Donna was a hoot because honestly, she's a superstar.
Yeah.
And she was more than willing to go out to lunch with me. You know, the closest thing I ever got to being a star was going out to lunch with her and almost dying, as near as I remember.
Donna says, love this and much love to you. Thanks for the mention, though I'm sure you're talking about someone else.
Yes, the other Donna Valentine.
Who nearly killed you and Dan.
Yeah, it wasn't this one. It was the other one.
Some other one.
Guaranteed.
So then we move on to episode 81.
Uh-oh.
80. And you know, paying the group that paid off medical debts.
Yeah.
We did the Titter Wayback Machine, rest zone for dogs at the Japanese airport, Itami, weird laws in the United States, things like that. But somehow we got off on my band, Flying Trainwreck. And
did we?
Yeah, we did, because we were talking about that the movie.
I don't remember, which is proof that it could be a different Donna Valentine.
The series on Netflix about the wars that went on right near the end of the Japanese Civil War that had gone on for hundreds of years.
We were turning Japanese there for a second.
Yeah, and it was about samurai and
that's them.
Succession, yada yada, and our keyboard player, whose nickname is Sequel, because we had two Laurens in the band for a time, and he was the second one in.
So he was the sequel.
He was the sequel, and we still call him that.
But I get it,
even though we don't have two Laurens in the band anymore. So he still gets called Sequel. So we were talking about
thing to get rid of, dude.
This, that, and the other thing. Our former bass player Scott Schramm checked in.
Uh-oh.
Do they still offer a rebate for speaking with Sequel? It's not as much a rebate as a direct cash payment from Lisa.
Even better.
Please be friends with him. He needs all the help he can get.
And it's cash. You don't have to. I mean, some people wouldn't. Never mind.
And others of us would just be honest.
Exactly.